Exodus 12, the last part, I split in four. Verses 43 to 51, 9 verses, but I need to comment as I go. It's about the Passover regulations or restrictions. And I'm going to comment how it's a symbol, as Paul said in the New Testament. That's why they're not commanded in the New Testament other than the Passover, right? For Jesus dying for you. But it says they'll be reinstituted in 1,000 years. They're symbols of God's plan. I don't have time here, or maybe at the end, but Passover resembled, that's why I had a new sacrifice, a New Testament, Jesus Christ, the perfect sacrifice, the mystery of the gospel. But the restrictions here are a symbol of Christ, and I'll do it as I go here. That's why I can only take 9 verses, because I need to comment. I was outside shoveling snow, 6.5 yesterday inches, 8 inches today. Never seen anything like it today, 8 inches, boom. Okay, the Lord said to Moses and Aaron in southern Ontario, the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, these are the regulations of the Passover. No foreigner is to eat of it, because it represents a Christian in the New Testament, right? Okay, no one takes the Passover and says you need to be a Christian, a full-blown conversion. I don't need it. You look at my other videos. And then any slave you have bought may eat of it after you have circumcised him. He can become like an Israelite. Circumcision of the flesh, the symbol of the circumcision of the heart. Circumcision of the flesh means nothing, Apostle Paul. It's of the heart, meaning God lives in you. You have the full conversion. You have a true conversion. God's living in you. You're doing the best you can. Okay, they had slaves then. They weren't Israelites, like they weren't promised sons. That's how it was. New Testament, they had it. I don't know why Apostle Paul didn't say some masters get rid of them, but it's another story. But a temporary resident and a hired worker represents one of the world, carnal in the New Testament, not a Christian, cannot eat of it. Okay, it must be eaten inside the house where it's holy, not outside. Okay, and anything left over must be burned. You can't break any of the bones, like in respect, I guess, to the body. Like today, don't desecrate a corpse resembling Christ's death later. Do not break any bones. The whole thing must be. The whole community of Israel must partake of it, just like all the Christians in the New Testament. An alien living among you who wants to celebrate the Lord's Passover, in other words, conversion to Christianity, New Testament, same thing. They must have all the male circumcised, New Testament of the heart, become Christians, in other words. And right, you can be a spiritual Israelite, a spiritual Jew, the New Testament. That's the symbol of this Old Testament Jew, physical Jew, consanguine, blood Jew. Okay? The same law applies to the native born and to the alien living among you if they become a Christian type thing in the New Testament. Right, the Gentile. All the Israelites did this, what the Lord had commanded. What Moses and Aaron told them, what the Lord commanded on the very day they brought the Israelites out of Egypt, which represents sin, right? Just like the Passover represents when Christ died, and the very next day, 7 days, that day they came out, 7 days without, right? They took the leaven without leavening it, the dough, representing leaving sin, leaving Egypt, representing New Testament. Amazing. That's all I have time for today. Have a good day. Bye.